Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And we're going to bring you a matchup of Jacob Degrom, the 2018 Cy Young Award winner, taking on the 1975 Cincinnati Reds, the Big Red Machine, with Pete Rose, aka Charlie Hustle, and the rest of the crew: Johnny Bench, Tony Perez, George Foster, Joe Morgan. And let's see how Degrom, who was unbelievable and only was 10-9 because of lack of run support, will take on the Big Red Machine. We are playing with a designated hitter because the whole point is to see Jacob Degrom pitch. And so we have inserted a designated hitter. So it'll be the 2018 New York Mets taking on the 1975 World Series champs Cincinnati Reds. Let's get to the lineups and play some Strat-O-Matic baseball using 2019, the new version of the PC game. I actually will be getting my card set today, so I'm excited about that. And let's go to the stadium, Citi Field, and I shall be right back. And we are back from doorbell delay. All right, let's go to the starting lineup for the Cincinnati Reds. Leading off, playing third base, Pete Rose. Batted .317, 7 homers, 74 ribbies in 1975. Switch hitter. Batting second in right field is Ken Griffey. .305, 4 homers, 46 ribbies. And this is computer versus computer. I'm just rolling the dice, calling the game. The PC set the lineups. Batting third, second baseman, Little Joe Morgan, .327, 17 homers, 94 ribbies. Batting fourth, doing the catching, Johnny Bench, .283, 28 homers, 110 runners driven in. Batting fifth, playing first base, Tony Perez, .282, 20 homers, 109 runners knocked in. Batting sixth, playing left field, carrying the big boomstick but speaking softly, George Foster, batted .300, 23 homers, 78 ribbies. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Cesar Geronimo, .257, 6 homers, 53 runners knocked in. Batting eighth, smooth fielding shortstop, Davey Concepcion, .274, 5 home runs, 49 runners knocked in. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, Dan Dreesen, .281, 7 round trippers, and 38 runners knocked in. On the mound is Jacob Degrom for the 2018 New York Metropolitans. He was 10-9. He won the Cy Young with a 10-9 record. The reason? 1.70 earned run average. That is incredible. Absolutely no run support for Jacob Degrom. Struck out 269, only gave up 10 gopher balls, only walked 46. So let's see how he fares against the Big Red Machine of 1975. Behind the plate is Kevin Plawicki. And then you have Flores at first, McNeil at second, Rosario at short, Cabrera at third. Cespedes, is in left with a -2 arm. Nemo is in center with a +1 arm, and Conforto is in right with a neutral arm. Degrom is good for 109 pitches. So here comes Pete Rose. Rose looking for the 2-4 column. Here's the pitch from Degrom to Charlie Hustle. And that is a 4-8. 4-8. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fans loving that. As he strikes out Rose, 1 down. That'll bring up Ken Griffey. Griffey, left-handed batter, looking for the 3-4 column. Plawecki sets the target. Here's the pitch from Degrom to Griffey. And that's a 5-7. 5-7 off the Degrom card. Another swing and a miss as the corners are playing in. No contact for the first 2 Cincinnati Reds. Degrom has struck out 2, and he'll next face Joe Morgan, the second baseman. Another left-handed batter for the right-handed throwing Jacob Degrom. He kicks and fires to Joe Morgan, and that's a 4-6. Pick up some sticks. 4-6 to Morgan with a 4 split. Morgan takes that fastball, drives it to center field over Nemo's head. That's going to get down and grab some wall, so a 2-out double for Joe Morgan, and that will bring up Johnny Bench. Bench had 28 home runs in 75. Chance to put the big red machine out on top here against Degrom. Degrom struck out the first 2, and then Morgan doubled. Here's the pitch to Johnny Bench from Jacob Degrom, and that is a 3-10 off the bench card. 3-10. Ground ball to Rosario. He throws to Flores. Side is retired. The Reds strand 1. We go to the bottom of the first, and now let's give you the New York Metropolitans lineup. Leading off, playing center field, is Brandon Nimmo, 263, 17 homers, 47 ribbies. Batting second, the second baseman, whose pitcher didn't load, Jeff McNeil, 329, 3 homers, 19 ribbies. Batting third, Yohannes Cespedes, 262, 9 homers, 29 runners knocked in. Batting fourth, the right fielder, Michael Conforto, 243, 28 home runs, 82 driven in. Batting fifth, playing first base, Wilmer Flores, 267, 11 home runs, 51 runners knocked in. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Asdrubal Cabrera, 262, 23 home runs, and 75 runners knocked in. The designated hitter is Gonzo, Adrian Gonzalez, the whiner, 237, 6 home runs, 26 ribbies. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Ahmed Rosario, 256, 9 home runs, 51 RBI. And batting ninth, doing the catching, Kevin Plawecki, 210, 7 home runs, 30 runners knocked in. They will face, for the 75 Cincinnati Reds, Jack Billingham, 15-10 with a 4.11. Gave up 22 gopher balls, struck out 79, walked 76. Some control issues there for Mr. Billingham. So here comes Brandon Nimmo, left-handed batter, looking for the 3-4 column. Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch from Billingham, and that is a 4-6. So Nemo's going to see a pitch to grip and rip on the 4-6. And he singles to right. So nets out the leadoff runner on for Jeff McNeil. McNeil looking for the 1-4, left-handed batter. Corners playing in. McNeil is a... Oh! It's a hit and run. Morgan fields it, and his only play is to Perez at first. So Nemo's in scoring position with 1 out, and Yohannes Cespedes steps to the plate. Cespedes, right-handed power bat. Can he give the 2018 Mets the lead? Billingham nods his head. He kicks and deals to Cespedes. And that's a 6-5 off the Billingham card. 6-5 to Cespedes. Ground ball to Davy Concepcion at short. And that's an 11. He fields it smoothly. Going to throw to Tony Perez. And that's an 8. And that's out number 2. Nice play by Concepcion, ranging towards the second base bag. So 2 outs. And Nemo, whoa, wow, gutsy base running there. He moves over to third. So with 2 outs, Nemo 90 feet away. And here comes Michael Conforto. Conforto needs a base hit here off Billingham to give the Mets a 1-0 lead. Conforto digs in that left-hander's batter's box. Bench wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch from Billingham to Conforto. And that is a 6-5 off the Billingham card. 6-5. Runner at third. 2 outs. Ground ball to Davy Concepcion. Once again, that's an 18. Smooth fielding. Davy has it. Throws over to first. And that is a 16. And that ball will be thrown away. The run will score. So Concepcion with the error. The Mets fans go wild as they take a 1-0 lead. Conforto will not get the RBI. Let's go to the chat, and we have people at the stadium here. Greg Gorecki, our good friend from Canada. How you doing? He says, baseball just before I go home. Boy, timing couldn't be worse. I will have to listen to this when I get home. Go Mets, go. Thank you for joining us. Robbie Wartburg, hello. Alan Shaw from across the pond, hello. We have our good friend Sports Time Machine, a.k.a. Mr. Utah Mike. He says, hello, everyone. Who are you playing, Al? I'm not playing as either team. I'm just rolling the dice, and the PC is playing as each other. Al, hello, Clinton Parks. Check out that fun channel along with Sports Time Machine. He says, Al always takes the Mets. He's a glutton for punishment. Nope, not playing the Mets, not playing anybody. All right, back to the ball game. So 2 outs, Conforto's at first, and here comes Wilmer Flores. Flores, right-handed batter. Conforto will be off on contact to wind up being the pitch from Billingham. And that is a 6-9. Again, off the Billingham card, 6-9. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down and away with the pitch, but the Mets score 1 on the error by Davy Concepcion. We go to the top of the second. Degrom has his 1 run. Can he hold on now? 1-0 Mets. Due up for the 75 Big Red Machine, Cincinnati Reds, Perez, Foster, and Geronimo. Here comes Tony Perez, right-handed power stick from the first base side, from the right-handed side, first baseman. The wind up being the pitch from Jacob Degrom, and that is a 3-8 off the Perez card. Oh, he's going to see a pitch to drive, 3-8. Column of choice. And that is a 1 split. There's the fastball. Boom goes the ball, dead center field, and Tony Perez will touch them all as Nemo just turns and looks. That is a crush shot, and it's a 1-1 ball game. So how do you do, Mr. Jacob Degrom? Welcome to the Cincinnati Reds 1975 Big Red Machine. And here comes George Foster. Another right-handed boom bat. Hoping to go back-to-back jacks. Here's the pitch from Degrom to Foster. And that's a 4-7 off the Degrom card. 4-7. Let's see how Degrom rebounds after that Tony Perez blast. That's a 6 split. Line shot to Cabrera. At third, good reaction, 1 away. And here comes Cesar Geronimo, left-handed batting center fielder. He awaits the Degrom offering, pitch homeward bound. And that's a 5-11 off the Degrom card, 5-11. Fly ball lifted to right. Conforto waiting for it, makes the catch, 2 away. Corners move in on Davy Concepcion. His error cost the Reds a run, or gave the Mets a run, however you want to see it. Concepcion is a B bunter. Cabrera in at third, Flores in at first. Degrom looking for the third and final out here in the top of the second. He nods his head. Here's the pitch to Davy Concepcion. 5-6. Pick up some sticks on the 5-6 off the Degrom card. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Side is retired. But Perez goes yard. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-1. Due up for the Mets, Cabrera, Gonzalez, and Rosario. Cabrera looking for the 2-4 column, left-handed batter. Here's the pitch from Billingham to Cabrera, and that's a 5-4 off the Billingham card. 5-4. Who will be shown the door on the 5-4? This play will be for Pete Rose at third base. The ball's hit down there. It's a 10. That's a G2. He backhands it. And that's a 9. Charlie Hustle throws low to first, but Tony Perez digs it out for out number 1. 1 out, no one on for Gonzo, Adrian Gonzalez, designated hitter. Here's the pitch to Gonzo. And Billingham delivers a 3-9. 3-9 to Gonzalez. And that's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Billingham struck out 2 now. 1-1. 2 outs, bottom of the second. No one on for Ahmed Rosario. Bench sets a target. Here's the pitch to Ahmed Rosario. And that is a 5-4 off the Billingham card. 5-4. Someone's getting the door. Another play for Charlie Hustle. And he fields it quite smoothly. And he comes up firing to Tony Perez. And that's a 5. And it's going to be a rare play, so let's see what it's going to be. And it's a low throw, and again, scooped out of the dirt. Side is retired. We go to the top of the third. 1-1 here at Citi Field. Due up for the 75 Reds, Dreesen, Rose, and Griffey. Also here at Citi Field, we see Tribes Fan. We see Spicer 007. How you guys doing? Hope all is well. Thank you for joining us. Dan Dreesen, left-handed batter, designated hitter. Degrom's ready to work. He deals to Dreesen. And that is a 2-8. 2-8 off the Dreesen card. That's a fly ball out to Conforto. Goes back a bit, makes the catch, 1 away. Top fielder Pete Rose, he's 0 for 1. He struck out in his first plate appearance against Degrom. Here's the pitch to Charlie Hustle. And that is a 5-6 off the Degrom card. 5-6 to Rose. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another strikeout for Degrom. He now has 4. He's got the all-time hits leader twice. And now bring up Ken Griffey. Griffey was a strikeout victim. 2 outs, bases empty, top of the third. Degrom deals quickly to Griffey. And that is a 4-8. A 4-8. And Griffey likes that column, so he's going to see something he might grip and rip on the 4-8. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The only thing he gripped and ripped was the wind. Side is retired. We go to the bottom of the third. Degrom looking good. That one mistake to Tony Perez, though, it's a 1-1 ball game. Due up for the Mets, the catcher, Plawecki, then the top of the order, Nemo and McNeil. Sounds like a kid's movie. So here is Kevin Plawecki, right-handed batter, the catcher. Billingham nods his head. Here's the pitch to Plawecki. And that's a 5-2. How do you do on the 5-2? 5-2. Ground ball to Morgan. He dives from his knees, throws to Perez, 1 out. Top of the order, Brandon Nemo, 1 for 1. He's scored on the Concepcion error. Billingham kicks and deals to Nemo. And that's a 5-9. 5-9 to Brandon Nemo. And that ball is sent to center field. Geronimo coming in, makes the catch, 2 down. Base is empty for Jeff McNeil, the faceless one. Pitcher didn't load. Left-handed stick. Billingham looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Here's the pitch to McNeil. And that is a 2-5. 2-5. McNeil goes the other way to left. Foster racing in, makes the catch, and the side is retired. We go to the top of the fourth, knotted at 1 here at Citi Field. Quite a matchup. It'll be Morgan benching Perez to face Jacob Degrom. Little Joe Morgan doubled in his first plate appearance, but was stranded there. The windup and the pitch from Degrom, and that is a 3-12 off the Morgan card. 3-12, column of choice. Will he see a pitch to grip and rip? 3-12 with a 20 split. Line shot to McNeil, who leaps in the air and snares it, robbing his counterpart of a single. Now bring up Johnny Bench. Bench is 0 for 1. He grounded out. Plawicki sets the target. Here's the pitch to Johnny Bench. 1-10 to Johnny Bench. Bounding ball to third. Cabrera's up with it. Fires to Flores. 2 away. So 2 outs, base is empty, and here comes DeGrom's nemesis, Tony Perez. He crushed one to center to tie the ball game up in the top of the second. Let's see how DeGrom handles Tony Perez this at-bat. Plawicki looks to be setting up on the inside. Here's the pitch to Tony Perez, and that is a 2-5 off the Perez card. Not a column of choice, though. 2-5 to Perez. Fastball inside, swing and a miss, strike 3. DeGrom punts his fist, comes off the mound back to the dugout. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 1-1. DeGrom, that's the way they handle it. An inside fastball, and he strikes out Tony Perez. We move on to the bottom of the fourth. Due up for the Mets, Cespedes, Conforto, and Flores. Yohannes Cespedes grounded out in his first plate appearance. Here's the pitch from Billingham to Cespedes. Cespedes for the rest of us. And that is a 5-11 to Yohannes. 5-11 off the Billingham card. And that'll be a play for Tony Perez. And that's a 2. Perez will not make the play. Roll to see if there's an extra base on an error. And that's a 7. There will be no error. So Perez makes a diving attempt, but he does not get to the ball. And it goes between Morgan and Perez and into right. So Cespedes is on. 80% chance of stealing. Perez holding him on. Billingham takes a peek. And Cespedes cannot take the lead. Now Billingham's full attention goes to Conforto at the plate, who reached on the throwing error by Concepcion. No out. Cespedes at first. Here's the pitch to Conforto. And that is a 1-6. Pick up some sticks. Column of choice, 1-6. This could be really good for Conforto. Can he drive one out? 19 split. Conforto crushes that ball. Center field, Geronimo on his horse. He leaps. It's over his head. It's going to be off the wall. Will they wave Cespedes around? No, they will hold him at third. So, no outs. And Wilmer Flores comes to the plate. Cespedes at third. Conforto just missed a homer. Is at second. Infield is in this 1-1 ball game. Can Flores slap it past the drawn in infield? Billingham takes a breath, arms down to his chest. Here's the pitch to Wilmer Flores, and that is a 3-5 off the Flores card. 3-5. No outs, second and third. Ground ball C to Morgan. And he throws to first as Cepeda holds. And there's one down. So 1 out. Infield still plays in. Nice play by Morgan. Cespedes at third. Conforto at second. Here comes Cabrera. Cabrera grounded out. Mets don't want to squander this opportunity. Cabrera's got to at least lift the fly ball deep enough to the outfield. Here's the pitch from Billingham to Cabrera. That is a 2-6. Pick up some sticks. 2-6. Column of choice. Grip and rip. Grip and rip for Cabrera. 2-6. And that's our shot. Right center field. And it's going to split Geronimo and Griffey. It's a double. Conforto scores from second. Cespedes easily scored from third. And just like that, the Mets take a 3-1 lead. And it must be Christmas for Jacob Degrom to see that many runs on the board for the Metropolitans. So a clutch hit by Cabrera with 1 out. And now bring up Gonzo, Adrian Gonzalez. He was a strikeout victim at Billingham. Cabrera takes a lead. Here's the pitch to Adrian Gonzalez. Billingham deals him a 5-6 off the Billingham card. 5-6, trying to make a pitch here. And he jams Gonzo. Sky-high pop-up, second base bag. Concepcion calling for it. He makes the catch, 2 away. So Cabrera will be off on contact. Stepping to the plate, right-handed batting shortstop Ahmed Rosario. He grounded out in his first plate appearance. And they walk Rosario to go to the catcher, Plawicki, who also grounded out. So 2 outs, 2 on, 3-1 Mets. Plawicki wants to make him pay for that. Billingham's ready to work. He deals. And here's the pitch to Plawicki. And that is a 1-6. Column of choice. He's going to make him pay, maybe. 1-6. And the split is a 4. Plawicki swings, line shot, Rose leaps in the air and snares it, robbing a double. And the Reds bench and Sparky Anderson breathe a sigh of relief as Captain Hook might be getting quick to the end for Billingham. We go to the top of the 5th, 3-1 Mets. Degrom back up on the bump will face Foster, Geronimo, and Concepcion. George Foster lined out. His first plate appearance. Here's the pitch from Degrom. To speak softly, carry a big boomstick, George Foster. And that's a 5-9 off the Degrom card. 5-9. And you know what that is, folks? Rinse and repeat. Strike 3 looking. Degrom has struck out 7. Showing why he won the Cy Young in 2018. Here's Cesar Geronimo. He's 0 for 1. Degrom wants to go. He deals to Geronimo. And that is a 2-8 to Cesar Geronimo. Column of choice. Will he see a pitch on the 2-8 to Grip and Rip? Plawicki frames it, but it's ball 4. So 1 out. Geronimo's at first. 75% chance of stealing second. Flores holding him on. Here's Davey Concepcion. He has committed an error. Degrom throws over. Geronimo gets back. Now full attention to Davey Concepcion. His error led to the Mets' first run in the bottom of the first. Degrom looking for a double play ball. He deals to Concepcion, and that's a 4-11 off the Degrom card. 4-11. And you know what that is, folks? Strike 3 looking outside corner. He has struck out 8, Jacob Degrom. As Plawicki points out to him, saying, great job, as he throws the ball back to the mound. So 2 outs, Geronimo will be off on contact. And here's Dan Dreesen. He flew out in his first plate appearance. 3-1 Mets. Degrom nods his head. Plawicki sets a target. Here's the pitch to Dan Dreesen. That's a 1-3. What will it be? We shall see on the 1-3 column of choice. For Dreesen, 1-3. The split is a 6. Geronimo off on contact. Line shot to McNeil. A step and a dive, and he makes the catch. And again, McNeil robs a Red of a base hit. The side is retired. Degrom pumps his fist. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 3-1 Metropolitans. Due up for the Mets. Nemo, McNeil, and Cespedes. Brandon Nemo 1 for 2 with a run scored. He has singled. Anderson must be close to hooking Billingham. They have some bullpen action. Here's the pitch from Jack Billingham to Nemo. And that's a 6-3. What will it be? We shall see on the 6-3. Off the Billingham card. And that'll be a play for Tony Perez. The split is a 3. Perez will not get to it. Base hit. And that is an 11. So another diving attempt by Tony Perez. Comes up nothing. And again, it splits Morgan and Perez into right. So Nemo's at first. Here's Jeff McNeil. McNeil is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flown out. Corners are playing in. Rose in at third. Perez in at first. Here's the pitch. He squares the bunt. He puts down a good one. As Billingham fields it, the only play is to first. So there's 1 out. Nemo's at second for Yohannes Cespedes. He is grounded out and single. Nimmo takes a lead. Billingham peeks over his shoulder. Now he deals to Cespedes. And that's a 4-10. And it's a column of choice for Cespedes. 4-10. Will he hit one hard? And that's going to be a ball hit out to center field. And Cesar Geronimo, as you can see, an excellent fielder with range. And that's a 5. He gets to everything. And let's see if he makes the diving catch. 14. He makes the dive on the sinking liner. Well, it's a little farther than I thought. He makes the catch. 2 away. So Nimmo will be off on contact. Nice play by Geronimo. And here comes Michael Conforto. He has reached on an error and doubled. Again, Billingham looks to second. Now in at the plate. Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch to Conforto. And that is a 4-7, 4-7. Again, column of choice for Conforto off the Billingham card, 4-7. 9 split. 2 outs. Nimmo off on contact. Base hit up the middle. Will they wave Nimmo around? No, they will hold him with 2 outs. Mets fans are cheering. I might have sent him, but they hold him, so it's first and third, 2 away for Wilmer Flores. The first baseman is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out. Chance to bring in the 4th run with Nimmo at third. Conforto at first. Flores at the plate. Billingham on the mound. Bench behind the plate. Here's the pitch to Flores from Billingham. And that is a 4-9. Again, column of choice off the Billingham card. 4-9. 3 split. Flores gets a pitch. Boom goes the ball. Wilmer Flores will touch them all. A 3-run blast to left center. The fireworks are going off here in 4th of July. And it's 6-1. And the 75 Reds are in shock. They are in shock. The 2018 Metropolitans are taking it to the Cincinnati Reds of 1975. The Big Red Machine looks busted. So it's 6-1, 2 outs, and here's Asdrubal Cabrera. He is grounded out and doubled in 2 runs. How long will they stick with Billingham? You think Sparky Anderson would have yanked him by now. Here's the pitch to Cabrera. Billingham shell-shocked on the mound, and that's a 6-8. Looking for the final out here. 6-8. And that's a sky-high pop-up. Perez on the outfield grass makes the catch. The side is retired, but the Mets score 3, and Jacob Degrom has a 5-run lead as we go to the top of the 6th. Top of the order, Rose, Griffey, and Morgan. Let's go to the chat. Uh-oh, Clinton must have bought something. He says, don't tell Honey Bunny. Shh, we'll keep it quiet. Tribes Friend says, I will try to watch that at some point over the long weekend. Yes, as some people have a long weekend holiday. All right, so hope everyone's enjoying the game. Here comes Pete Rose. DeGrom struck him out twice. Can he get the hat trick on Rose? Charlie Hustle digs in. DeGrom kicks and fires to Rose, and that's a 4-9. 4-9. Pete Rose might see something he likes here on the 4-9. Column of choice for Rose. 4-9. You know what he sees? Strike 3! That's what he sees. DeGrom has struck out the all-time hits leader 3 times. Rose is 3 for 3 with the air. Put your hands in the air like you just don't care and wave them. So 1 out, no one on for Ken Griffey. He struck out twice. Can DeGrom get him for a 3rd time? DeGrom feeling it. He deals to Griffey, and that's a 4-12. Again, column of choice for Griffey. 4-12 off the DeGrom card. And that ball will be hit to Wilmer Flores at first. It's a 9 split. So we don't know if he's going to make the play on this. He'll make a diving attempt at it. And a 15. So Flores going to his left, dives, and it's through. So a base hit for Griffey. As Flores looks at his glove, it's not in there, son. So 1 out, 1 on for little Joe Morgan. Top of the 6th, 6-1 Mets. Morgan, 1 for 2. He's doubled and lined out. He's hit the ball hard off the ground. Here's the pitch to little Joe Morgan. Degrom deals him a 5-7. 5-7 off the Degrom card. 5-7. You know what that is, folks? Rinse and repeat. Strike 3, swing and a miss. Degrom has struck out 10. The fans are loving it here at Citi Field. There are 2 outs in Griffey's at first, and Johnny Bench comes to plate. He's grounded out twice. Johnny Bench from the baseball bunch. DeGrom's ready. He deals to Bench. He wants to send Bench back to the bench. It's a 2-6. Oh boy, 2-6. Time for grip and rip for Johnny Bench. Column of choice on the 2-6. And Johnny Bench takes that fastball, drives it to center field. Nemo racing back. He's not even going to get there. That's going to bounce high off the wall, and Bench stands at second. Will they wave Griffey around? They do. It's 6-2. So Johnny Bench, a 2-out double, knocks in a run, and it's 6-2. How do you do? Top of the 6th, 2 outs, and here's Tony Perez. He has homered and struck out. Both ends of the spectrum, as they say. If he homers here, pull the Reds to within 2. First base is open, but DeGrom's going to go right at Perez. Plawecki again looks like he's setting up inside, and that is a 2-4. 2-4. Someone's going to be shown the door on the 2-4. Ground ball to Rosario at short. He fires the first. The side is retired. But the Reds get 1 on the Bench 2-out double. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 6-2. New York Mets 2018 and Jacob Degrom over the 75 Cincinnati Reds. Due up for the Mets, Gonzalez, Rosario, and Plawecki. Gonzo is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Billingham still on the mound, which is mind-numbing to me. I just can't believe Sparky Anderson would have left him out there after giving up 6 runs. Here's the pitch to Gonzo, and Billingham deals Gonzalez a 6-4. 6-4 off the Billingham card, and this will be a play for Johnny Bench. The split is a 1, which I don't know what a W/S means, possibly a single. I'm assuming a single, I don't know. And error check is a 9, no error on the Hall of Famer, so is this a wild, what is that? Single! So it's another, and Bench, it just gets far enough away from Bench that Gonzalez gets an infield single. Bench must have been stuck in mud behind the plate not to throw out Gonzo. So he hits it, he really rolls it into no man's land, and he's at first with no outs, and here comes Ahmed Rosario. He is grounded out and walked. Again, Billingham still on the mound. 88 pitches, good for 93. He deals to Rosario with Gonzalez at first. And that's a 4-7. 4-7. Column of choice for Rosario. That's going to be a ground ball to Joe Morgan. Can they turn 2? The split is a 4. And this will not be a double play ball. I think they'll only get the lead runner on this. Error check is a 5, so now we don't know. It's going to be a rare play, so let's see what weirdness goes on here. A bullet off the pitcher's foot to Morgan. He goes to first for the out. Gonzalez advances to second, so 1 out as Billingham has just took one off the foot. And if you're a Reds fan, you're hoping he comes out of the game, but he's still out on that mound. The trainer and the pitching coach, I guess, Sparky Anderson hasn't come out, but Billingham's going to stay in. So with 1 out, it'll be Kevin Plawecki, who was robbed of a base hit in his last plate appearance as he lined out. Here's the pitch to Plawecki, and that's a 4-6. Again, that 4 column, the Mets batters like that 4 column off the Billingham card. 4-6, 1 out. Gonzalez at second, not very fast. And that's a 14 split. And Plawecki will shoot 1 to left. Gonzalez will be held up at third, so the weak-hitting catcher singles, and there's first and third with 1 out. Mets trying to add to their lead, and still no relief for Billingham. As Brandon Nimmo steps up, he's 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. He's singled, flown out, and singled. And that's it. Finally, Sparky Anderson yanks Billingham. And they bring in the intense one, Pedro Barbone. And we have phone delay, and I'll be right back. And we are back from phone delay number 2. Pedro Barbone's on the mound, relieving Jack Billingham, who just didn't have it today. He gave up 6 runs. Barbone in 1975, 9-5 with a 2.95 earned run average and 5 saves, striking out 29, walking 21, giving up 6 gopher balls. We see JT Dutch at the stadium. No, I didn't run away. It's called phone delay, as JT Dutch is wishing everyone a happy Valentine's Day. So here's Brandon Nimmo. 1 out, runners on the corners, 6-2 Mets. The windup and the pitch from Barbone. And that's a 2-3. What will it be? We shall see on the 2-3. Ground ball to Morgan, over to Concepcion, on to Perez, double play. 4-6-3, the side is retired. The Mets threaten but do not score. Top of the 7th, the ground back up on the mound. He will face, with a 6-2 lead, Foster, Geronimo, and Davey Concepcion. Foster is 0 for 2. He is lined out and struck out. Degrom ready to work. Here's the pitch to Foster. And that's a 6-3. 6-3. We shall see on the 6-3. That's going to be a fly ball out to Cespedes in left. And, oh boy. But it's a 20, so he lucks out there. Error check. And that's an 8, so Cespedes has an adventure in left, but he makes the catch, and that will be 1 down. Alan, well, thank you very much. And he asks how my dad is. Well, my dad's hanging in there. We've had some trouble this week, thus I'm home. So, Anyhow, thank you for asking. So 1 out, and here's Cesar Geronimo. He's 0 for 1 with a walk, and he's also flown out. The windup and the pitch from Degrom, the 2018 Cy Young Award winner, looking to defeat the Big Red Machine, 1975 Cincinnati Reds World Series champs. That is a 6-5. Oh boy, off the Degrom card, 6-5 to Geronimo. And you know what that is, folks? Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 11 by Jacob Degrom. Outstanding. So there's 2 outs. Top of the 7th, 6-2, and here is Davey Concepcion. He has struck out twice. Can Degrom get him for a 3rd time? To say that Davey Concepcion's having a bad day is an understatement. He's also made an error in the field that led to the Mets' 1st run in the bottom of the 1st. Degrom nods his head. Plawicki sets a target. Here's the pitch of Davey Concepcion. 1-6 off the Concepcion card. Not a column of choice, though. 1-6. What will he do with this pitch? 1-6. He will ground it to his counterpart, Rosario. He throws before his side is retired. As we go to the 7th inning stretch, take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back, for it's root for your home team. If they lose, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. And the trivia. In what year was the first All-Star game held? In what year was the first All-Star game held? One more time. In what year was the first All-Star game held? I see D. Scott Howard here at Citi Field. How you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. I believe it was 1933 or 1934. I'm going to say 1933. I'm going to say the first All-Star game, 1933. I should know this. I bought the All-Star game. Actually, I got it for free on Dave Koch. Dave Koch has great sales, Action PC. It's either 33 or 34. I'm going to say 33. 1933. Al, Red Sox fan, was correct. All right, back to the ball game. Bourbon on the mound. He will face McNeil, Cespedes, and Conforto. McNeil is 0 for 2. He does have a sacrifice bunt in his last plate appearance. Here's the pitch from Bourbon to McNeil, and that is a 2-7. 2-7. 2-7. And that's a sky-high pop-up to short. And Concepcion makes the catch. 1 out. All right, take care. Love you. Bye-bye. I'll shut the door in a minute. Here's Cespedes, 1 for 3 with a run score. Bench sets the target. That's all, folks. Bourbon. No, I hate this guy's name. Pedro Bourbon. There, I said it correctly. Deals 1-4. Pedro Bourbon. And that's a strikeout. Swing and a miss by Cespedes. 2 outs, and here's Michael Conforto. 2 for 3 with a double and a single. He's reached on an error. Bourbon's ready. He deals to Conforto. And that's a 5-4. And a column of choice for Conforto. 5-4. Will he show Bourbon the door? And he lines right back to Bourbon. He makes the catch. The side is retired. Self-defense there. And we go to the top of the 8th. Talk amongst yourselves. I will be back in 3 minutes. No, I'm joking. 20 seconds. All right, so Jacob Degrom back up on the mound. He will face Dreesen, Rose, and Griffey. Jacob Degrom, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 11 Ks. Dreesen 0 for 2. He has not yet been a strikeout victim. Can Jacob Degrom change that? He kicks and deals to Dan Dreesen. And that is a 6-3. What will it be, the 6-3? We shall see. Does Degrom get Dreesen finally on a K? No, we shan't. As that ball's lifted to left, and the adventures continue for Cespedes, as that's a 17. Turning the wrong way, now turning back. He has a bead on it. Will he make the catch? And he stumbles! And he'll make the catch for out number 1. What an adventure in left for Cespedes. 1 away. Mets fans counting the outs now. Here comes Charlie Hustle. The all-time hits leader has hit nothing but wind. And he might, if he says pull his finger, don't do it. He struck out 3 times. Can Jacob Degrom get him for a 4th? He rocks and fires to Charlie Hustle. Pete Rose, that's a 6-10. Off the Degrom card, 6-10. And that's going to be a play for Rosario. And that's a 2. And he will not get to that ball. And Charlie Hustle finally gets a hit. And a 17. Oh boy. So all kinds of shenanigans. It's a 2-base error. And on cue, phone delay. So Rose is at third, 1 out, single and a 2-base error. And we're back. So 1 out, Rose at third. Here's Griffey. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. He struck out twice. He did single in his last at-bat. The windup and the pitch from Degrom to Griffey. And that's a 6 column. That's a 6-7. 6-7. And that's going to be a fly ball to left field. Cespedes going back, reaches up, makes the catch. Is it deep enough? Yes, it is. Rose scores from third. And that was an RBI for, Griffey. And it's now 6-3. The big red machine cuts the lead in half. So 2 outs, top of the 8th. Bases are empty for little Joe Morgan. He's 1 for 3. He's doubled, lined out, and struck out. Degrom looking for another K victim. He deals to Joe Morgan. And that is a 2-8 off the Morgan card. 2-8. And he's going to lift this ball to center field. Nemo waiting for it. Makes the catch. Side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 6-3 Metropolitans over the 1975 Cincinnati Reds. Pedro Borbon back on the mound. He'll face Flores, Cabrera, and Gonzalez. Wilmer Flores, his 1 hit, a 3-run blast off Billingham. Now he faces Pedro Borbon. Here's the pitch to Flores. And that is a 110. 110 off the Flores card. And he pops it up. Morgan on the outfield grass. Waits for it. Cup of tea. Makes the catch. 1 down. As Cabrera steps to the plate. Let's just say that, Al. He's 1 for 3 with a double. 2 ribbies. The windup and the pitch from Bourbon to Cabrera. And that's a 2-9. And he's going to see a pitch to grip and rip. Column of choice for Cabrera. 2-9. Will he take advantage of this? No, he shan't. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Bourbon picks up his 2nd K. 2 outs, bases empty. Bottom of the 8th. And Gonzo comes to the plate. He has struck out, popped out, and singled. Gonzo, the ultimate whiner, when he played for the Red Sox, complained about too many Sunday night games on ESPN. The first time he said it, I was like, oh boy. The second time, I said, trade him. Eventually, the Dodgers would take him off our hands, thank God. Whiner extraordinaire, Adrian Gonzalez. Here's the pitch from Bourbon, who I hope hits him. And Gonzalez gets a 2-9. And Gonzalez will see a pitch to grip and rip. Will he whine about it? We shall see. 2-9. Nope. He will single to right. between Morgan and Perez keeps the inning alive. Perez playing behind him. Gonzalez runs like he has poop in his pants. And here comes Ahmed Rosario, 0 for 2 with a walk. It was an intentional walk. Gonzalez will be off on contact. Here's the pitch from Bourbon to Rosario. And that's a 4-10. 4-10. This would be a play for Johnny Bench. That's a 5. Remember, a little infield hit in front of Bench before. That's a 5. I think he makes the play on this one. And a 13. 2 outs. Gonzalez at first. 6-3 Mets. And pop-up. Bench throws the mask away. Makes the catch. The side is retired. We go to the top of the ninth. Jacob Degrom looking for the complete game victory. He's up 6-3. He's gone 8 innings. 5 hits. 3 runs. 1 walk. 11 strikeouts. He will face Bench, Perez, and Foster. Johnny Bench is 1 for 3 with an RBI double. Jacob Degrom ready to work to the Hall of Famer. Johnny Bench, here's the pitch, and that is a 2-4. Degrom hoping to show Bench the door on the 2-4. He does not. Plawicki tries to frame it, but it's ball 4, so Bench is at first. And they're holding him on. He's got a 95% chance of stealing. I bet you can't get the lead, though. A hit and run's on. Wow. And Perez grounds it to Rosario. And they step on the back. They get the lead runner. So Sparky Anderson, down 3, rolls the dice, as they say. They hit and run, and it's hit so hard. Rosario makes a wonderful play. The ball was hit towards the second base bag. He stepped on it, and Bench went in hard. They couldn't turn 2. But they get the lead runner, so that is not a good hit and run at all. I wouldn't have hit and run down 3, but here, so Perez is at first on a fielder's choice. Here's Foster 0 for 3. He's lined out, struck out, and flown out. If Foster goes yard, the 75 Reds pulled it within 1. Degrom peeks to first. Now looks in at Plawicki. Plawicki sets the target. Here's the pitch to Foster, and that is a 2-8. Oh boy, 2-8. Foster wants to go with a big boom here on the 2-8. Call him a choice. As he rips a shot to center, and that's a single. Perez goes 90 feet and stops. Tying run comes to plate and saves our Geronimo. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He's also a strikeout victim. Geronimo had 6 home runs. And that's it. Degrom's day is done. He's responsible for Perez at second and Foster at first. And let's see if the Metropolitans can hold on, as we're quickly going to look at the Degrom numbers. Again, responsible for the runners on. 8 in the third inning, 6 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts. He did give up a home run to Tony Perez. He threw 119 pitches. All right. In the ball game to try to save things here is Jerry Blevins. That name just doesn't give you confidence. Why would you go to this guy? Why would you go to this guy? Oh my God, the PC is stupid. They must. What? You know what? Wouldn't you go to your closer? 3 and 2 with a 4.85 and a save. Oh my God. Familia must be on. I'm almost positive I saw him. Let's just go for a ha-has. There he is. Right there. Isn't he the closer? 18 saves. Wouldn't you go to him? All right, the PC goes to this guy. Big issue with the Strat engine here when they play out of matchups here. Okay, well, whoever the manager is, must be drunk or something. And they go with Jerry Blevins, and now Earl Weaver counters. Mickey Callaway is the manager for the Mets, I guess, in 2018. I don't even know who the hell that is. That's how much I followed the Mets. So Earl Weaver goes to Merv Retterman. 1 out. Let's see if Mickey Callaway's hunch and Jerry Blevins will prove out. So Merv Redeman, who is a pretty decent pinch hitter. Overall in 75 for the Reds, 239, 2 homers, 19 ribbies. He represents the tying run at the plate, 6-3 Mets, 1 out. Perez at second, Foster at first. Let's go to the chat. As Dave from Baseball Demos is here. As he says, are the 2018 Mets also go Mets? No, I'm not managing either one of these teams. I'm just letting the PC make bad decisions and rolling and calling. Degrom had a great game if you just joined us. Once again, let me just quickly tell you, Dave, I don't know when you got it. Check out Baseball Demos with Dave. Awesome channel doing a 77 replay of the Mets and the White Sox. Degrom, 8 1/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned, walked 2, struck out 11, gave up a home run to Tony Perez. And before I shut the game down by accident, click that. All right, Redeman's at the plate. Blevins is on the mound. I would have went with Familia. Here's the pitch to Merv Redeman. And that's a 4-6 off the Blevins card. 4-6. Will it be disaster? And he has just walked the bases loaded. And here comes Davey Concepcion. I think I can make a change even if the PC. Davey Concepcion, 0 for 3. I think I can make a change here. I just don't understand why you would go to this guy. I think, and again, I'm not managing. I think it'll allow me to make a change. And here comes Familia. Now, we're going to do it. I don't care. I guess it lets me. Good. So Familia comes in. Why the PC engine wouldn't have done that. Now the bases are loaded, 1 out. And it's Jeurys Familia, 8 wins, 6 losses, 3.13 earned run average, 18 saves. He's given up 3 gopher balls in 2018. Trying to save it for Jacob Degrom, who pitched magnificently. Again, this is the Cincinnati Reds Big Red Machine. World Series winners over the Red Sox in 75. So Familia will deal with Concepcion, who has struck out twice and grounded out and committed an error that gave the Mets their first run. Familia looks in at Plawicki. He deals to Concepcion, and that is a 3-5. Oh boy. Column of choice for Davey Concepcion. Now it's Terry Crowley. So Terry Crowley will pinch hit. We're still going to stick with the original role. And Terry Crowley, 268, 1 homer, 11 ribbies. And pretty much hits everything against righties, or his hits come from against right-handed pitching. We rolled a 3-5 column of choice for Crowley. And Armbruster goes into run at first. Great speed, tying run. Okay, now finally we can click here. It's a 3-5. 3-5 to Crowley. Will Familia blow it? He walks in a run. Oh, my Lord. The sinking feeling for Mets fans again. As it's now 6-4. Tying run, and Ed Armbruster goes to second. Go-ahead run. Crowley at first. Foster's at third. And here's Dan Dreesen. He's 0 for 3. Base is still juiced. Familia nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Dreesen. Can the 75 Reds come all the way back? 2-8. Off the Dreesen card, 2-8. Bases juiced. No place to put Dan. And that's going to be a fly ball to Conforto in right. He has a 0 neutral arm. That's going to be deep enough. He catches it at the track. And I guess it's not deep enough. Wow. It looked deep enough to me. So there's 2 outs, and Foster stayed put at third. They don't send him. Holy cow. I thought there was a question mark there. Maybe I was wrong. So 2 outs, and it's all down to Pete Rose now, as it's very intense here at Citi Field. Foster at third, Armbruster at second, and Crowley at first. Rose 1 for 4. He's glad DeGrom's gone. He struck out 3 times, and then he finally singled. Familia looking for the final out. 6-4 game here. Tying run at second. Go-ahead run at first. The windup and the pitch from Familia to Charlie Hustle. All-time hits leader Pete Rose. And that's a 3-7 off the Rose card. 3-7. hard hit ball to McNeil. He throws the first. Ball game over. Some iffy moments, tense moments, queasy moments for the Mets and Mets fans, but finally Familia slams the door. Pete Rose 1 for 4, grounds out to McNeil to end the game. Jacob Degrom gets the win. It was scary. Al Red Sox fan made an executive decision when the Strat-PC engine had a mind fart and did not bring in the closer. Wow. So we brought in Familia after Blevins. What a name. How can you have any faith in a relief pitcher named Blevins? It just sounds like blah, like a mistake, like a oof. What did he do? He pulled up Blevins. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't sound good. All right, let's go to the box score. That was a lot of fun. Hope everyone enjoyed it. And let's go back here. And let's do that. Is this? Is that? Okay, let's enlarge the box score. There we go. Alright, let's go to the chat. That was a fun game. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Thank you to Clinton Parks, Alan Shaw. Check out Clinton Parks' fine baseball channel. Retro Sports Network with Ron Juckett. Thank you very much. As he says, the Reds lose! Robbie Wartberg, thank you. As Robbie says, the computer manager needs to stop drinking. I agree. JT Touch, I think they went with Blevins for lefty-lefty matchup. Well, they're stupid. First of all, there's no one that I'm having on my team named Blevins. It just doesn't sound right. But you're probably right, JT. D. Scott Howard, thank you very much. Check out his channel. Lots of fun goat videos as he babysits those fine little creatures who chew on everything. Sports Time Machine, a.k.a. Mr. Utah Mike, thank you very much. Tribes fan, check out his channel. The original Grognard, remember to check out the wrestling tonight. The original Grognard's female wrestling pay-per-view on YouTube. It'll be lots of fun. I think that's 6 p.m. Pacific time, so 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have baseball demos. Dave, thank you very much. Check out his wonderful baseball channel doing the 77, I was going to say Mets. I'm doing the 77 Mets replay on Action PC. 77 White Sox and Cubs. So please check out Dave from Baseball Demos. And I think we got everybody. Did I miss anybody? If I did, I apologize. Oh, we have Spicer 007 was in here earlier, and Greg Gorecki, our good friend Greg Gorecki from Canada, and Spicer 007. Thank you very much. Hope everyone enjoyed. That was a fun game. And again, Degrom, yes, and Clinton Parks is now called the Rear Admiral. I like the other one better, but it upset him for some reason, so we don't say that one. And he likes the Rear Admiral, so okay, Rear Admiral Clinton Parks. Anyway, I like calling him just Clinton Parks. He's my friend. And great baseball knowledge. Alright, so let's go to the box score real quick. And that was really fun because I like doing that. So we had Degrom go against the 75 Reds. And he did a wonderful job. He's going to be player of the game. He went 8 1/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, as 2 of the ones he had on scored in the 9th. 3 of them were earned. 2 walks, struck out 11, gave up a homer to Tony Perez. Blevins came in, walked a guy. We yanked him. We made an executive decision. We overrode the computer, as I was letting the computer manage both teams and rolling. And Familia comes in, gets the final 2 outs and the save. He did walk 1. The losing pitcher was Billingham, who in real life, Sparky Anderson would have yanked. Well, you know, he 5 1/3, but I think he would have yanked him a little sooner. 9 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and he gave up a home run. And that was Flores, I think, hit that one off of him. Let me find the home runs here. I'm so used to the Action PC and out of the ballpark box scores to find things. I think it was Flores. Yes, and that was a 3-run shot. Let me go over here. Yep, 3-run shot. So, the Reds had 6 hits off Degrom and mustered 4 runs. Rose had he struck out 3 times, but he was 1 for 5 for the runs scored. He grounded out to end the game with the bases loaded. Griffey was 1 for 3 with a ribby. Morgan 1 for 4. Bench 1 for 3 with a ribby. He doubled. Tony Perez homered. He was 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Foster was 1 for 4. Then Geronimo, Rederman, Armbruster, who pinch ran. Concepcion and Crowley. Crowley had an RBI. No hit though, and Dreesen. So they were all offers. So the Reds 32 at bats, 4 runs, 6 hits, 4 ribbies. For the Mets, Nemo 2 for 4, 2 runs scored. McNeil, good job defensively at second. He was 0 for 3. Cespedes, an adventure in left, 1 for 4 with a run scored. Conforto 2 for 4, 2 runs scored. Flores 1 for 4 with a run scored and that big 3-run homer. And then Cabrera knocked in 2 with a double. He was 1 for 4. And Gonzo, Captain Crybaby, was 2 for 4. And Rosario, the shortstop for the Mets, 0 for 3. And Plawicki, the catcher, was 1 for 3. The Mets in a victory. 33 at-bats, 6 runs, 10 hits, 5 ribbies. And the strikeout victims, let's name them off. Degrom's strikeout victims of the 75 Reds. Pete Rose 3 times. All-time hits leader. That's pretty cool. Ken Griffey twice. Morgan, Perez, Foster, Geronimo, Concepcion twice. He was awful, as he also made an error in the field that led to the Mets' first run in the bottom of the first. Then for the Mets, the strikeout victims, Cespedes, Flores, Cabrera, and Gonzo. So this is Al Red Sox fan saying, hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much. Till next time. Yep, we did a DH because you know why? I don't want to see the pitchers beat the ball into the ground. And the video was to watch Degrom pitch and not come out like in the 7th inning or the 6th inning for a pinch hitter. So that's when I do pitching specific, I want the pitchers to pitch. I don't want them yanked in a close game for a pinch hitter. I want to see them pitch. That's what I like. Someone else likes something else, that's cool too. But it's July 4th in the game, and we had a DH. I want to see the pitchers pitch, the great ones. And to me, anyone who can win a Cy Young at 10-9 with the 1.70, I want to see him pitch. And we'll have a little more Degrom coming up on the channel. So thank you very much. Health and happiness. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye. God bless. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt. And you know what's coming, folks. Happy Valentine's Day, and peace!